A friend like no other, Mike Rinder, a name that resonates with warmth and kindness. A name that brings a smile to the faces of those who knew him. A name whispered with reverence, spoken with a smile. Mike was more than just a friend. He was a beacon of light in the lives of many. His presence was a gift, his friendship a treasure. He was a man who meant so much to so many, a beacon of warmth and generosity in a world that often felt cold. His laughter was infectious, his kindness boundless. Mike had a unique ability to make everyone feel special, to make each person feel like they mattered. Mike had a way about him, an aura of kindness that drew people in. He was the kind of person who could light up a room just by walking into it. His smile was genuine, his heart pure. He had an uncanny ability to connect with people on a deep personal level. He was the type of person who made you feel seen, heard, valued. In a world where so many feel invisible, Mike had a gift for making everyone feel important. He listened with his whole heart, offered advice with gentle wisdom, and celebrated your victories as if they were his own. He listened with his whole heart, offered advice with gentle wisdom, and celebrated your victories as if they were his own. His empathy knew no bounds, and his support was unwavering. Mike was always there, ready to lend a helping hand or a listening ear. But to truly understand Mike, you had to witness the connections he forged, the relationships he nurtured. He wasn't just a friend. He was a brother, a confidant, a pillar of support. His friendships were deep and meaningful, built on trust and mutual respect. He wasn't just a friend, he was a brother, a confidant, a pillar of support. His loyalty was unmatched, his dedication unwavering. Mike was the kind of friend who would drop everything to be there for you, no matter the time or place. And the tributes pouring in from every corner of his life paint a vibrant portrait of a man deeply loved and respected. Stories of his kindness, his generosity, and his unwavering support are shared with tears and laughter. Mike Rinder was a friend like no other, and his legacy of love and friendship will live on in the hearts of all who knew him. An outpouring of love. The news of Mike's passing spread like wildfire, reaching every corner of our tight-knit community. It was as if the very air had changed, becoming heavy with the weight of collective grief. The initial shock was palpable. A wave of sorrow that washed over everyone who had the privilege of knowing him. People gathered in small groups, their faces etched with disbelief and sadness. Social media, once a platform for sharing everyday moments, transformed into a virtual tapestry of grief and remembrance. Posts flooded in, each one a testament to the impact Mike had on so many lives. Friends from childhood shared stories of shared dreams and youthful escapades. They spoke of the mischievous glint in his eye and the boundless energy that seemed to drive him. Colleagues recounted his unwavering dedication and infectious laughter. They remembered the late nights spent working on projects and the way he could lighten the mood with just a few words. Neighbors spoke of his willingness to lend a helping hand, always with a smile. Whether it was fixing a fence or simply offering a kind word, Mike was always there. Each tribute, unique in its telling, echoed a common theme. Mike Rinder was a rare breed, a man who touched the lives of everyone he met. His kindness knew no bounds, and his generosity was limitless. He had a way of making you feel like you were the only person in the room, even in a crowded gathering. His presence was magnetic, drawing people in and making them feel valued and heard. As the sun set and the sky turned to twilight, a vigil was held in his honor. Candles were lit, their flames dancing in the gentle breeze, symbolizing the light Mike brought into our lives. The community came together, united in their grief, but also in their love for Mike. Hugs were exchanged, tears were shed, and stories were shared, each one a piece of the mosaic that was his life. Flowers were laid at a makeshift memorial, each bloom a silent tribute to a man who had given so much to so many. The air was filled with the scent of blossoms and the soft murmur of shared memories. In that moment, standing together, we felt the true essence of community. It was a poignant reminder that while Mike may no longer be with us in body, his spirit would forever live on in the hearts of those he touched. Laughter across the miles. Laughter is a universal language, a bridge that connects hearts and minds, no matter the distance. It's a powerful force that can turn the most mundane moments into cherished memories. And it's this magic that we explore in our story today. One story, shared by a childhood friend Sarah, perfectly captured Mike's infectious humor. Sarah and Mike had been friends since they were kids, their bond growing stronger with each passing year. They had countless adventures together, but one particular road trip stood out in Sarah's memory. They were on a road trip, driving through the desert at night. The vast, empty highway stretched out before them, the stars twinkling above like tiny beacons of hope. The silence of the desert was both eerie and beautiful, a stark contrast to the lively conversations they had been having earlier. The car radio had died, and boredom began to set in. The once vibrant atmosphere had dulled, and the long stretches of road seemed endless. The friends were starting to feel the weight of the journey, their spirits dampening with each passing mile. Suddenly, Mike started singing silly songs, imitating voices, and telling jokes. His energy was infectious, and soon, the car was filled with laughter. Mike had a knack for finding humor in the simplest things, and his antics quickly lifted everyone's spirits. He kept it up for hours, his laughter echoing through the car, chasing away the darkness. The once quiet and somber journey had transformed into a joyous adventure thanks to Mike's unwavering positivity and humor. His laughter was like a beacon, guiding them through the night. He could find humor in anything, Sarah wrote, even in the most challenging situations. His ability to see the lighter side of life was a gift that he shared with everyone around him. Sarah often found herself laughing at his jokes long after they had been told, his humor leaving a lasting impression. He had a gift for turning ordinary moments into extraordinary memories. Whether it was a simple picnic in the park or a spontaneous road trip, Mike's presence made every experience unforgettable. His laughter was the soundtrack to their adventures, a constant reminder of the joy they shared. It was this ability to find joy, even in the mundane, that endeared him to so many. Mike's laughter was a testament to his outlook on life, a reminder that happiness can be found in the simplest of moments. His friends often marveled at his ability to turn a dull day into a memorable one with just a few jokes and a hearty laugh. He reminded us all to embrace the lighter side of life, to laugh a little louder, to cherish the moments that mattered. In a world that can often be overwhelming, Mike's laughter was a beacon of hope and joy. His legacy lives on in the hearts of those who knew him, a testament to the power of laughter across the miles. A steadfast presence. But Mike's impact went far beyond laughter and lightheartedness. He was a rock for many, a source of unwavering support during life's inevitable storms. John, a colleague from Mike's early days in the advertising world, shared a story about a particularly challenging project. Deadlines loomed, tensions ran high, and the pressure was on. John, feeling overwhelmed, confided in Mike about his anxieties. Mike listened patiently, offering words of encouragement and practical advice. He stayed late, working alongside John until the project was finally complete. He didn't have to do that, John wrote, but that was Mike, always willing to go the extra mile for the people he cared about. And it wasn't just grand gestures. Mike was there for the small things too, the everyday acts of kindness that often go unnoticed. He was the first to offer help with a home repair project, the one who remembered birthdays with thoughtful gifts, the friend who showed up with a warm meal when you were feeling under the weather. He never sought recognition or accolades. He simply acted from a place of genuine care and compassion. For Mike, helping others wasn't an obligation, it was a privilege, a way of life. These small acts of kindness, woven into the fabric of his being, created ripples of positivity that extended far beyond his immediate circle. A legacy of kindness. The outpouring of grief and gratitude in the wake of Mike's passing speaks volumes about the kind of man he was. He left behind a legacy that extended far beyond material possessions. He left behind a legacy of kindness, of compassion, of unwavering friendship. He reminded us that true wealth lies not in what we accumulate but in the connections we forge, the love we share, and the difference we make in the lives of others. The impact of a true friend. As we reflect on Mike's life, it's hard not to feel a profound sense of loss. The world feels a little dimmer without his warmth, his laughter, his unwavering spirit. But amidst the sorrow, there is also a deep sense of gratitude. Gratitude for the gift of his friendship, for the lessons he taught, for the memories he left etched upon our hearts. He showed us the true meaning of brotherhood, of standing by one another through thick and thin, of celebrating life's joys and offering solace in times of sorrow. A brother in spirit. Mike Rinder may be gone, but his spirit lives on. It lives on in the stories we tell, in the laughter we share, in the acts of kindness we perform in his honor. He may no longer be physically present, but his essence remains, woven into the tapestry of our lives. He taught us to embrace life with open arms, to cherish our loved ones, and to live each day with purpose and passion. And as long as we carry his memory in our hearts, his light will continue to shine, illuminating the path toward a kinder, more compassionate world. Forever in our hearts. Mike Rinder, a friend, a brother, a beacon of light in a sometimes dark world. He may be gone, but he will never be forgotten. His laughter will forever echo in our ears, his kindness will forever inspire our actions, and his memory will forever hold a special place in our hearts. Rest in peace, dear friend. You will be deeply missed, but your spirit will live on through all of us.